Welcome back, everybody. Before we begin, I have a confession to make. Unfortunately, this is not my very first time decorating a piece. Unfortunately, at the time of recording this voiceover, this was only last weekend. I recorded 3 projects and lost the footage for all of them. So this is one of 3 where I'm recreating my first time doing something. So apologies, it's not strictly speaking my first time, but I couldn't not record the video or record another video and show it to you and sort of represent that it is my first time. It is still a new thing for me to actually decorate my pieces. My hobby is in the resin. So once the resin is done, that tends to be where I stop. I've never been a creative person, an artistic person. I've never really painted or drawn. So it is still a slight step out of my comfort zone to decorate my pieces after. So the only difference with this project is going to be the colour scheme for the resin. I'm using the same markers as I did in the first unpublishable video. But I'm trying a marble effect in this one, and that could actually be challenging because, for example, if I get an eye that's half black, half white, I can't just colour the eye in black. It won't show up. So I might have actually made it more difficult for myself this time around, but we'll see. And I'm jumped ahead now to where I am going to pour the resin. With black and white, you don't want to mix it because then you'll end up with grey. I think this project did turn out a bit more grey than I wanted. Now there you can see, normally you would squash the ears to make sure there's no bubbles trapped down there, but I didn't want to squash, which would potentially mix the black and white. And at one point during this, I'm thinking, what colour's going to be on the outside? Am I going to end up with just one colour on the outside? Because when I'm pouring into the middle. So there, am I just pushing the white out with the black and the black staying in the middle? But then when I pour the white in, is that pushing the black out? So then the white's, oh, I don't know. I wasn't confident it was going to turn out. But again, this is about the decorating afterwards. So never mind what the resin does, hey? I've jumped ahead again to the last bit of pouring. And in a moment, I'll take the camera down so that you can see the colour distribution throughout the mould. Alright, so we are at demold stage already. This was a really difficult mould to demold. Getting the mould over the widest part, getting scratched by the overpour, so I start trimming it up as I go. I think I have broken a thumb and a finger at some point in the past. In the recent years, I didn't bother to get it checked or treated. I just know that I bent them back in a way that was extremely painful, and they felt weak to use for a long time. They feel fine now, generally speaking, but when I'm pulling at molds like this, I feel them go weak. And you know, when you have a cracking joint, I feel like the joint is cracking. So I really struggle with demoulding sometimes. But with the aid of some alcohol, it then doesn't take me much longer after that. Alright, I just need to do a little bit more trimming up. I've demolded this whilst it's still fairly soft, so I'm able to just trim it off with my scissors. Right, so this is a almost brand new set of markers. I say almost because at the weekend they were still brand new. They still had the plastic wrapper on. I literally only opened them to do this project, and I've had them for a couple of months. There's a sheet there which I don't understand what it's for. It looks like it should be a colour chart to show you what the colours look like on paper, but there ain't enough colours there. It's a 30 set, and I will link them in my description. So I'll just talk you through something while I'm doing the eyes. You'll see that when I do the next eye, I do it way too thick and you can't see the space in between the lines, and they are really easy to clean up. I used kitchen paper rather than a wipe. A wipe is really floppy, so it'll sink down into the crevices, whereas kitchen paper will just wipe across the top, leaving the ink in the indents. However, if you change your mind, you can add some alcohol to the kitchen paper, and that will soak into the crevices to remove the ink from the crevices as well if you wish. If you do that, just make sure that the alcohol is evaporated off before you do your next colour. Also, if the ink is fully dried, again, alcohol will just wipe it off. I shall put you on a music time-lapse shortly, but before I do, thank you again to all of my subscribers. I very much appreciate you all. And also thank you to the Friendship Express collaboration. This is a collaboration organised by 4 people, but anybody can join. So there's not just 4 people plus me. I have got a playlist in the description, so please check that out. There are some amazing creations in there. If you would like to join, look for a video by Amy at Resonating Art by Amy M, Sally at All Aboard Resin Creations, Susie at Serendipity Resin Creations, and Tina at Pour Resin with Love. They are the 4 organisers, so if you find their videos, then go to their channels. You will find their contact details so that you can request to join. Alright, so I will let you listen to some music now. I might speed the video up a little bit as well, or even cut bits out where I'm just doing like what I'm doing now, dabbing away at mistakes. And I will see you on the other side of the music. Thank you again for watching. Please hang around for the glamour shots. I will show you the one that I made previously as well. That one had a glow-in-the-dark colour scheme, so I will show you daytime and nighttime shots for that one. So please hang around till the end. Have a good week. I hope to see you again next week. Bye bye.